What's good, friends and family? Mr. Flip Flop at it again, here to give you some more info. Today's video is going to be about cost of living in Dominican Republic. Now, cost of living has many factors. If you live in a tourist town, it's more expensive. But then you go a couple blocks outside of a tourist town, it becomes cheaper. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of the basic cost of living. I actually have my cost of living for each month. And I'm going to give you two friends their budget for each month. And this is just cost of living, your basic cost of living. And I'll give you a full breakdown. First, let me respond to some questions. Try to get to all my questions and everybody. I have more videos coming. People want to know, well, they say I'm Mr. Flip Flop. Some people don't know where Flip Flop is. Flip Flop Sports Bar is in Sosua, okay, in the plaza next to Western Union, right up the hill before you go down to the beach. So once you see the big yellow steps and you hear the girls yell out, "Welcome to Flip Flop," you know where you're at, okay? And we do have coldest beers around, best wings in Dominican Republic. Shameless plug, I know. So Flip Flop Sosua is in Sosua on the way to the beach, but up the hill before you get to the beach. So check us out. Also, I always try to give you guys a heads up. The next video is gonna be a best of Sosua. I spent 3 weeks running around at every restaurant, every bar in Sosua, trying to give the best of series. So you're gonna get the best of series. I've eaten a lot of food, drank a lot of beer. So I'm gonna give you the best of series on that. That's coming up next week, okay? So let's get into the cost of living in Dominican Republic. First off, as I said, if you live in a tourist town, it's gonna be a little more expensive, as Sosua is a tourist town. So if you go right outside Sosua, you spend a little bit less. I've had apartments that cost $100. I've had houses that cost $525 a month. Okay, so those are different factors right there. Also, different circumstances. When I first started staying here long term, a friend told me have $2,000 a month. That was actually too much money, because once you calm down, not living like a tourist, you start to change your ways a little bit. Most factors about partying, okay, hanging out with friends, that can cost some money. When you're on vacation, partying is one thing because you only got a couple days, but living here, staying long term, a couple months out the year, whatever it is, you can't party as much because it gets expensive, okay? Are you renting or are you buying? If you rent, some people rent long term like I do, saves a little bit more money. Some people buy, so then you may only have a maintenance fee. Okay, some of those are really low, $100, $200, depending where you're at. I've seen some maintenance fees up to $500 at villas. Like I said, that all these factors depend on you and what you need. Do you have a car? And one of the budgets I'm gonna give you, a friend of mine, an expat, he has a car, so his budget is a little bit higher because he pays a car note. Okay, I actually rented a car for a long time, which is, if I knew better, I would have bought it. I rented cars for like 9 months at a time, a year at a time. Didn't realize I was paying that person's car note. So these things come into play when you decide what your budget is going to be in DR. Then you have your low end and your high end. Some people can live normal. I live normal. I don't need a lot. I don't need security. I don't need a whole bunch of amenities. I don't use AC, as I said. So it really depends on the person. Can you live normal? Do you need high-end, the American style living in DR? That's really up to you. It's up to each individual person. I've seen people pay as much as $1,500 US a month, which I think is ridiculous, but they pay it. They have no problem paying it. More power to them. Also, do you need security? Do you have a maid cleaning service? Do you need a driver? These are all things you take into account when you decide your budget and how you want to live in Dominican Republic. But for the most part, it's very cheap to live here. You don't need much to get by. I actually told a friend, I think, I want to say 2.5 years ago, I tried to see if I could live off of about $500 for the month, and I did. I got by no problem on $500 a month. It depends where you eat, where you shop. Do you go to the big supermarket to buy your food, or you go to the local Colmado, the local supermarket, and get the food cheaper and save money and then cook at home? Do you go out to eat all the time? These are all factors. So let me give you my budget, my monthly budget. Okay, so first we have rent. My rent is $250 a month. Yes, $250 a month for my 2-bedroom apartment, which you see on DR Cribs Volume 1. My internet and cable is $60 a month. Okay? My lights, as I said, I don't use AC. And also your lights depend where you are. Certain companies charge extra because the lights never go out. Certain companies will charge extra depending on your area. Okay, My light bill has never been over $50 a month. I averaged it out in the past few months. I pay $25 a month in lights. As I said, I don't have AC. I use fans. So $25 a month is my light bill. And I've never had a light bill over 50 bucks. Food, average food is about $200 a month. I don't eat out much. Once in a while I go out with the fellas, go to a restaurant, you know, may take shorty out to get something to eat. But my average food bill, about $200 a month. You know, we go food shopping. I got a fridge full of food right now. We just went food shopping. Spend about $100, and that's gonna last us, about a week. My phone plan, I have a phone plan where I get internet and so on my cell phone. That's $75 a month, okay? Now those bills alone, those basic bills, that comes out to be $610 per month. That's my basic bills. Rent, lights, phone, food, cable, okay? Now, when you add in the leisure, okay, I added in the leisure here, meaning going out, hanging out, getting some drinks with friends, traveling around. I was just in Puerto Plata hanging out with some friends, getting some drinks. So my monthly leisure budget is about $150, give or take. It depends, you know, I'm having my birthday coming up in November. I'm probably gonna spend a little bit more on leisure money, okay? Transportation, getting around. If I take a moto back and forth to my house, if I take a taxi, if I rent a car, I just rented a car to go to Boca Chica. So transportation budget for me averages out to about $150 a month, okay? So my full budget monthly, with all these things added in, it fluctuates here and there, is about $910. That's $910 a month for my budget every month. Okay, as I said, it differs from everybody, but this is my budget. That's rent, internet cable, lights, food, phone, cell phone plan, leisure, hanging out, transportation. $910 US is my basic budget each month. Okay, now I have a friend, Bernard. Okay, he lives in Puerto Plata. He told me the way he starts it is about $800. Okay, he has it in pesos, so we'll break it down in pesos. $800 is how we start, so 40,000 pesos. Then he gets about 12,000 pesos in rent, which is about $200. Okay, and that includes his rent and internet. He goes to Spanish school. He's trying to learn Spanish. I tell everybody, learning Spanish helps you greatly. So he's taking the time to learn Spanish. His school is 4,000 pesos a month, a little under $100. Cleaning service, he has a maid that comes and cleans every month, 2,500 pesos, about 30 bucks. His transportation, same thing, about $150. Leisure, 2,500 pesos a month, about 35 bucks. Food, same thing, $200. And then he has another 80 to 100 and change extra that if he decides to go out and do anything else, any more leisure, any extra food, going out on the town, whatever. So $800 a month is his. Okay, that's Bernard, lives in Puerto Plata. Nice apartment in Puerto Plata. And his basic budget is $800 a month. As I said, with another 100 or so left over that he can play with here and there, okay? Now, my friend Kelvin, an expat, I did DR Cribs Part 2 at his crib. So he gave me his monthly budget. Now, his rent is $400. His cable is $65. Car note, he has a car. He has a nice car, so his car note is $300 a month, okay? As I said, it changes with car notes. His electric is about $60 a month, he said. His cell phone plan is $70 a month. It's good to get a cell phone plan when you're down here. This way it keeps you from buying minutes over and over. His food is basically the same, $200 a month. You can eat really cheap in this country. You don't need to spend a lot of money. As long as you go to the Calmata, you cook at home. And he's a chef, so he cooks at home a lot. So his basic budget each month is $1,085. Now, as I said, these budgets fluctuate. This is what we know we spend each month on the basic necessities that we go through every month. But it fluctuates. I may go to the club a couple days. At my birthday, I'm going to spend a bunch of money. I know it. I'm going to have fun. So from month to month, you may go up 200, you may go down 100. It all fluctuates on what you spend. But these are the basics. As I said, mine, is $910 a month. That's my basic budget in this country, what I spend each month. I've told you, I've had apartments for $100 a month, you know. Then myself and Kelvin, we had a huge house for $525 a month, gated community, you know. Where I live is nice, it's gated, but not a ton of security. The owner's kind of the security. Everybody knows where we're at. Nobody bothers us. So I'm content where I'm at. I'm happy where I'm at. Okay, so those are basic budgets to living in DR. Cost of living in Dominican Republic. You don't need a lot of money. Now, I know some people live on a high end. They may spend $1,500 a month for rent. They may, they pay extra on car notes, stuff like that. It all depends on you, the individual. But you just were given 3 basic budgets in this country. So anywhere from $800 to $1,000, that's a basic budget in this country. Living normal, living fine. We go out, we have a good time, the 3 of us. So, our leisure money gets spent most of the month. So that's the basic cost of living. It does not cost a lot to live in this country. As I said, I did $500. I believe it was $500 or $600 one month, and I had no problems. I ate every day. I'm fat now, so I'm eating all the time. So that's the basic cost of living in Dominican Republic. Okay, low end $700, $800. High end $1,500 if you really want to spruce it up a little bit. But as I said, once you stay here long term, you're not going to do a lot of partying. So a lot of that money is going to be saved up in your pocket. And once you learn how to spend, it goes a long way. Okay, so I'm glad you enjoyed the video. Subscribe. We're at 500 follows by the time this video comes out. I appreciate you guys. Like the video, share the video. And I've got more videos coming. The best of Sasua coming up next. Okay, so you guys be good. Flip flop, I'm out.
Welcome to Flip Flop.